everyone, I'm Fran and welcome to another episode of Ordinary People with Extraordinary Stories. Today, I've got a story that will inspire each and every one of you, especially if you thought that early retirement was impossible with a family to support. We will interview Kevin, an ordinary, hardworking Singaporean man with not one, not two, but with 4 kids. Trust me, you want to hear his story. He's been through it all, through serving the Navy, marriage, divorce, having 4 kids, facing huge debts, and now on his way to early retirement. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to join our YouTube family. And to all our subscribers, welcome back! Hey guys, so I'm here with Kevin. Kevin, thank you so much for being on the channel.
You're most welcome.
Would you like to share with us your background? I believe you're a Singapore born and bred boy, right?
Yes, I am. So I grew up in a family of 3 boys.
Okay.
I'm the youngest. And when I'm growing up, a lot of my times my father works abroad. And then my mom is a homemaker. And then, that's how I grew up in Singapore. Play with boys, play with my brother, play with my cousin over the weekend. So I'm very aspired to become like a family man. So when I was 25, I had my son, and now I have 3 kids and a stepson.
Okay. How old are you now, Kevin?
I'm 47.
Okay, awesome. So total, you've got 4 kids?
That's right.
Okay. Can you share with us what was the occupation that you did when you first started working?
So when I was at 21 years old, 21 years old, I started my national service in Singapore.
Okay.
So that's when Singaporean men need to do the compulsory national military service. So I started that. And then when I went on that journey, I was doing pretty okay. I went for officer course, and from then I decided maybe I could take this as a career. So I signed on as a regular serviceman, and I served the Navy as a naval combat officer for 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I was there, pretty comfortable life. I have a flat of my own, as in HDB flat. I drive car. I indulge in living in the moment. So it was comfortable life. Yeah.
Okay, so like spending on restaurants, buying a flashy car, things like that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back when you were in the Navy, you were married, you had 2 kids, you are living the Singapore dream, right?
Yes. So back then, earning was comfortable. Therefore, I spend quite easily, and I pretty much spend on things that I don't really need, and was enjoying life in the moment. And therefore, during that period, I was living as though I have a lifestyle of immediate gratification.
Okay,
like I want it now.
Did something happen?
Shortly, that spending just went overboard, and I started spending more than I can earn.
Okay.
And result to some debts. Yeah.
Oh no, so it sounded like you were in debt.
Yes. So I was saying that I was in the Navy for 12 years. So when I left the Navy, I didn't have a proper job. So I was having odd job for a couple of years.
Okay.
And during that period of time, the debt grew to 6 figures. It was really stressful. But that tough time turned out to be very transformational.
Okay.
Because with God's grace, I managed to find a job. I entered the personal development and training industry.
Okay.
So I find some footing on my emotional side and my financial side, and that is also where I met my current partner, who supported me a lot. So I'm able to pick myself slowly up again. And as my family grow bigger, I realize it's very important to have the financial stability and a financial future for my family. So that's when I started to think around about retiring early. And during this period was also where I met you, and we were working together.
Yeah, for quite a good number of years.
Yes.
Wow, that was very inspiring. Guys, this guy is You know, if you think that you are already at your lowest point, and there's nowhere else for you to go, you know, you're wrong. Actually, when you're at your lowest point, the only way you can go is up, like how Kevin has proved himself.
Yeah.
So as a family man and a father of 4, what does financial freedom mean to you, Kevin?
I think because of the that situation that I was in, that I experienced that low point, that I realized, you know, it's very important to be smart with money. It's very important to plan your money. It's very important to look long term, you know, and start preparing and seeding for that life that I want, which is, you know, I can enjoy my time with my kids, I can support my kids, I can raise them up, and at some point I can travel around the world with my loved ones, or especially my partner who has supported me so much. You know, we want to enjoy life, you know, enjoy our family together. So I think that freedom of choice is what I deem to be financially free.
Oh, very beautifully put. Are there any sacrifices that you made or are currently making in order for your family to have a better life?
Yeah, definitely. So my partner Gina and I, we make the decision to live a long-term financial target, which is stability, and for that we have to make sacrifices like not spending on unnecessary things. Like we hardly go watch a movie in the cinema, we don't own a car, we don't drive around, we don't eat out regularly, we don't shop regularly. So these are things that we don't do, and we just take our time, learn, study, and buy assets. Yeah, we love studying and looking into assets, actually, things that will generate cash flow for us, things that will generate income for us.
Wow, okay. And for some people, you know, not going to the movies, not buying branded clothes, not owning a car, or even renting a car on weekends, it seems like a huge sacrifice, right? But did it seem like a huge sacrifice to you and your family?
Not really, actually. We still very much enjoy what we are doing, how our lifestyle is, because we know what we are building for. So me and my partner, we are very happy with the way we are living, you know, because we know we can actually see our asset growing, and that excites us, you know. So we are enjoying it.
Can you share with us on how you manage your finances, Kevin?
So Gina and I, we actually plan how we will budget our monthly expenses. Yeah. So because we plan it very well, we actually utilize this app that is called Good Budget, to meticulously track, you know, what we are spending on, the money that is going out, you know. So we have track all this down for probably the last 3 years. I actually can pull out the 3 years record, you know.
Okay, so even as something as simple as a $5 snack, you track it down?
Yes. Even my transport, you know, I tap my transport and it's $2.02. That 2 cents is tracked.
That is fantastic, because actually the pennies do count, right?
Yes. I think it's in the penny is actually the discipline. In the penny is actually the accuracy. So when all these are being tracked, actually we are actually confident, because we have done this so many times. We really know how we are spending, our pattern of spending, and therefore with that we are able to commit to investment. Because when you commit, we love real estate investing, and when you commit to a real estate investing, it's very long term.
Yes.
You have to be ready to regularly fund that real estate. So through this very disciplined budgeting, we are able to build a portfolio of real estates.
Wow, that is so fantastic to hear. And I must say, Kevin, I've known you for 10 years now, and I tell you, you are one of the most disciplined men that I've ever come across.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
it's really very inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, so it sounds like you and Gina have exciting early retirement plans. Can you share with us more on that?
So Gina and I, we love to have a lot of real estate that would generate income for us. So it all started with my first move, which is my HDB hack. So I bought a move-in condition 4-room flat in Singapore.
Okay.
And I rented out my common room. And Gina, she did the same. She bought a 2-bedroom condo in Manila, and she also rent out the full unit. And right now we have a few more in Metro Manila and also Davao. So we have a portfolio of real estate that we plan that one day they will generate positive rental yield for us that will support our living expenses. And also, if ever there are many strategies in real estate, for example, like refinancing, you can increase your portfolio size, you can sell your property one day, or you can actually just fully pay your property and just rent out and take 100% of the rental.
That's right.
So that is our plan. And on top of that, we are also believers of multi-income stream. So we do also have a digital business. So that's probably our plan of retirement. Yeah.
Wow, so exciting.
Yeah.
This is really amazing that you're actually talking about all this, because usually people, across the board, it doesn't have to be any nationality, but people will go, oh, I don't really have plans for retirement. I guess I'll retire at 65. I guess I'll downgrade, or I'll just, manage my expenses down. But to hear you and Gina talking about real estate, rental, portfolio sizing, it's really amazing, and I really wish you all the best on this.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the very interesting thing is when you start doing the mathematics, and when you start having a good budget, having an investment portfolio, you actually can start tracking when you can kind of retire, and that's our goal. Me and Gina, we are gearing to retire before she is 50. And 50 being a decent age for us to really kind of have that freedom and move around, travel around, and live a more desired life.
Yep, and I think your youngest, Kaiden, right?
Yes.
How old would he be by then?
He would be about 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that means Gina also can spend more time with him.
Yes.
And so can you, right? Instead of exchanging your time for money in a job.
Yes.
Lastly, Kevin, do you have any words or advice that you'd like to give to our audience, especially parents with children?
Sure. Maybe I'll use a 4-letter acronym advice, if ever. It's actually to live. L is live with purpose, and be smart with money. I invest in your financial skills, invest in your knowledge, invest in yourself, because this investment appreciate over time. V, value needs over wants. Distinguish them really makes all the difference. And lastly, engage your family in conversation about money, because you want to start your kids young around financial literacy.
Wow, that was amazing. And you know what, guys? And if you take all the advice, LIVE, you can truly live your life to the fullest. And you don't have to wait until you're 65, 67, 68 to really enjoy life, because some people think that life starts after retirement. Actually, they don't. Life starts now, because we don't know how long we have in this world. So live life with purpose, live life with intention. Thank you, Kevin, so much for your wise words of wisdom. And I really appreciate you coming on the channel. And there you go, guys. This is my ex-colleague, Kevin. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube family, and we'll see you in the next interview.
Bye.